practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey. Four down.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Like 20, like 80.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Set up the seven down.
He just got set after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Garoppolo going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Dubliners with a football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Leopard!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. pressure too much. Down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They're going to look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Geno Atkins in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught, They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty.
Go ahead. 13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And Tate's got it. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Go, hurry up! Hurry up!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a give to Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down in inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's caught out left by Perriman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Garoppolo on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Being chased out left. That one a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On play action. Now Garoppolo. Sliding. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Garoppolo. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. fielded at the 20. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offense about ready to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He'll drop to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now they try the right side here. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
third and long. It's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now back out comes the offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back now in Baltimore. Now back to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's got room. They can't tackle him. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And on the ground they go with a running back. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing through the contact. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They're going to look to throw. Shakes off the sand. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Black 80! 180!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3 down.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key.